Okay, we're here today to do some Latin rhythms. So we're going to start with some right hand strumming techniques that you can use for other styles of music as well. But this works really well if you're doing some basic Latin tunes, that kind of thing. We're going to start with an E chord just because it's a 6-string chord, so we don't have to worry about what we're hitting or not hitting with our right hand. So if you haven't watched the basic guitar chords video, go ahead and do that first. We need to know these chords before we jump in and do this strumming stuff. But start with an E chord, and what we're after here is the ability for the right hand to move very little up and down. It does move a little bit, but it also rotates on a specific axis, the axis that your arm will create. Especially if you'll point your index finger, you're going to be rotating around that index finger basically. And eventually you're going to want to relax that so that it's not just, pointing at nothing. But that's a good way to get kind of used to what this right hand is supposed to do. So it's sometimes referred to as a doorknob strum. I think I actually made that up. But it's the feeling of like reaching out and opening a doorknob almost. Your fingers and thumb won't touch, but they are going to kind of stay close. And without your index finger, the rest of your fingers are going to do all strums down. And then your thumb is going to do all of the up strum. And to get used to it, let's just have our index finger out and then figure out that axis that we're going to twist our wrist around, and then relax the index finger, and then just start a simple down with the fingers and up with the thumb strumming motion. So just really light and really simple. Don't worry about hitting every single string in both directions. Just get whatever happens to be there. If your fingers do hit all the strings and your thumb does, that's great, but it's not necessary at this point. There are times where your fingers will hit lower strings and your thumb higher, or vice versa, that kind of thing. But just get that motion going until you can comfortably do it without really thinking about it. And once you have that, we're going to call that the down and the up. Now the next two things we have to learn are a combination move. So we're going to do this. We're going to take our palm, open it, and pat the strings right over the sound hole. And then when we lift our hand, we're going to curl our index finger in just a bit and strum up. So I'm going to do that a couple of times so you can see what's going on. It's a pat with the palm, and then the index finger strums up, just like that. So let's practice just that. It's palm down, and then index finger on the way up. Palm, index. And you can get that going in a rhythm. Don't try to go too fast at first until you get used to it. Eventually, do it as fast as you need to, but it's best to just make sure those motions become muscle memory. As soon as you are able to do that, we're going to combine a down with fingers, up with thumb, palm down, and then index strums up. We're going to put those together. So let's go through that motion really slow. It's fingers down, thumb up, palm down, and then index strums up. Fingers down, thumb up, palm down, index finger up. Fingers, thumb, palm, index. Fingers, thumb, palm, index. Now, there are many ways to do this, and people call it a variety of things, but we're taking some of the traditional aspects, the golpe and all the different left-hand things we can add to this. We're taking those away and simplifying this so that you can use it for any style of music. So I'm going to show you how this would work between an E major chord and an A minor chord using only the patterns we know, but I'm going to go a little faster just so you can hear it in action. So this is what it would look like, just what we've done, the fingers, thumb, palm, index, using these two chords, E major to A minor. So here we go. instrument. You have that kind of feel, and it gives a lot of momentum to this pattern. And as soon as you get that, you can move on to the next step, which is going to be the strum will go in the same amount of space, but it's going to go twice as fast. Kind of like that. That's in another video. Get this one down first, and then what you can do is you can use this for, like I said, other forms of music. So for example, if we're playing a popular song like Brown Eyed Girl, you can do this. So you see the song sounds great, gives, you know, good feel. Doesn't have to be just a Latin tune, although that's sort of where I use this the most. So that kind of thing. So enjoy, good luck with it, and I'll see you again soon.